on a new car now is usually 3 years, 36,000 miles. It will include some adjustments. For instance, Toyota's parameters for alignment check, if you think you've got a tire wear problem or pulling to the right or steering wheel's crooked, something like that. Toyota will actually pay us to check that alignment for you within the first year or 19,000 miles. With Ford, it's the first year or 12,000 miles, so they're pretty close. Other headlamps and things like that are adjusted at the factory, and they actually have levelers in them. So, I mean, I could count maybe on one hand in the last 15 years how many times we've had to make a headlight adjustment. It just doesn't happen anymore unless maybe you had an accident and somebody put a new headlamp assembly in and didn't do it correctly. Belts don't squeal and things like that within that first year. They'll stretch out maybe at 30,000, and so maybe you're going to check the tightness and do an adjustment. Same thing, Ford or Toyota. And I was thinking about it as Ron was talking. I think the reason why is, and some people probably understand it, but I've been doing this, not here, but in a dealership for almost 30 years now. Basically, there are only a few companies who make parts for all the automobiles out there. So, take a water pump, for instance. I think there's maybe 6 companies that make automobile water pumps for everything that's on the road. So, and everybody uses the same companies. They're all different vendors, and they're just put together at the assembly plants, which is why it takes recalls so long to happen sometimes, because the vendor who built it, the manufacturer, and the government all have to sign off on whatever the plan was to fix the vehicle. And then they determine who's going to pay what. So, but I think that's why they can be so basic with all of the vehicles. Powertrain, 5 years, 60,000 miles for Toyota. Ford just went to that with 2007 and up model years. So they coincide. The good thing about this, like you hear a lot of ads for Chrysler and things like that with powertrain warranties, they have deductibles. The only reason I know that is because when we take a used vehicle in and I make phone calls about getting warranty stuff done that I know our product is covered under warranty, they'll tell me no, or they'll tell me there's a deductible or whatever. But no deductibles on your powertrain. A powertrain is anything internally oiled. So rear axle, transmission, engine, as long as you kept that book filled out like Ron mentioned, showing that you made a good faith effort in keeping the vehicle maintained, if anything goes wrong internally. Oddly enough, even the new wheel bearings nowadays, they're a sealed unit. They're not a tapered bearing like it used to be in the older days. And even those are covered under your powertrain warranty. So, passive restraint